Hello, everybody. Thank you for joining. Promise to tell the truth. Of course, we appreciate you guys coming here. My name is Leah with Promise to Tell the Truth. I am one of the hosts. Um, as we wait for our other hosts, um, let's talk about. You guys need to go at this. Follow our Instagram page. So our Instagram page is um, Promise to Tell the Truth underscore on Instagram. Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Good evening. So yeah, like I was saying, our Instagram is Promise to Tell the Truth underscore. You can also find us on YouTube, Promise to Tell the Truth podcast, all one word. So yeah, let's give it up for our next host.
Hey guys, how's everyone doing tonight? Your other
Good,
host,
good, good.
Bree. I'll let y'all call me Bree. As she stated, I believe she told you guys how to find us on Instagram, on YouTube, on TikTok. We also have our personal accounts on there. Um, um, if you need to find us and ask us a question, or if you can't find the business page, mine is Breezy FKN Bree. I believe hers is underscore Bonnie's World, but we're pretty much easy to find. Type in Promise to Tell the Truth, most likely it will pop up. And yeah, we got some goodies on the line for you guys, you know?
I do want to thank everybody who did enter our raffle. We greatly appreciate it. We had a winner.
We did have a winner.
So we'll be doing more giveaways and more raffles coming up soon. Just bear with us. But yeah.
How you doing, Teddy? Good evening. Uncle
Good
Dave.
evening. Good evening.
How long have we been on here? Like 2 minutes. We probably should give it another minute.
That's fine.
I don't know how many people are on yet.
We got a handful of people.
Okay. Everybody's comfortable. It's kind of hot. Was it hot out there?
Yeah, it wasn't sunny, but it was humid.
Yeah, it was kind of hot over here. But I start getting a breeze. I need to maybe open this. Oh, it is open. Oh my gosh. It's hot.
So yeah, we can
That ass
probably
can be extremely hot in Oklahoma. Yes. You know what? Give me 1 second, you guys. Let me turn on the fan because as you can see, I'm freaking sweating.
So today's episode will be a little bit different. We will be um talking about a larger issue, I guess you could say, that is going on
Definitely.
with the whole world, or at least the United States, for our black people. If you ain't black on here, you just ain't black.
And
But
for the most part, I do want to add that anybody that is on here watching and probably, have certain political, you know, I'm gonna say political, but it's not really political. But there's certain people that might not agree with the things that we might express, but we're not really here to say how we're saying how we feel, basically, how we feel
we're
on
saying
certain,
what's going on in the world, the real
yeah,
life of what's going on in the world
right, with certain situations. So,
that people
and
don't
we're
want to
not
talk
here,
about.
Right. So don't take it offense. We're not any kind of racist or, we not joined with any kind of political parties or anything like
But
that.
if
But
you do take
we
offense
are
to it,
here to
maybe this
speak our
is it's
mind.
just not for you.
Yeah. Maybe log off if whatever you hear is not what you want to hear or you don't agree. But also, we are here to listen to what you do have to say, you know? So if it's a case that we got to debate, then hey, we're gonna sit here and debate then, right?
Right. All is
Well,
welcome, but this is a black bus, okay?
the black bus, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Exactly.
And what Rosa Parks said, what she do? What does she fight for? Her
Okay.
rights, okay? Talking about back at a bus. No, we're gonna sit wherever we want to on this bus.
So you can leave this one.
So yeah, I guess I'm pretty sure everybody knows, what's been going on lately in the world, specifically the colors only. Okay, love it. Specifically the Carmelo Anthony case. It's been like on my mind heavy, probably because I've been seeing it so much. Like I wake up, see it on the news, see it on Instagram, get on YouTube, seeing it on YouTube. Like I can't even look up the stuff that I be looking up without seeing it.
Mhm.
So I've been like digging more into it, doing my own little research, watching my own little stuff, and it's disgusting and it's really bothering me. It's bothering me more of the fact that this boy, I'm gonna call him a boy because he was a boy at the time, but this boy got, I feel like, a harsh sentence. Like I feel like it was unfair. So those of you who don't know about the Carmelo Anthony case or whatever, it's basically a boy that was lives in Texas. He was at a track meet and I guess it was like storming, it was raining or whatever. He There's some stories say that he was invited. There's some stories that say he wasn't invited. Regardless of what, he went under a tent where other students
He
claim
was
that
definitely invited.
other students claim like, oh, we told him to leave. We told him not to. He can't be in here. Da 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 da. And he's arguing with them or whatever. But I do believe that somebody had to tell him, call him over there. Like whatever story that was, I believe that story.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, they're going back and forth. Words are exchanged. He's basically they basically threatening to put hands on him or whatever. He's telling them, well, like basically put your hands on me and basically watch what I'm gonna do, like see what I'm gonna do type thing. The boy and his brother and a couple other kids proceeded to put their hands on him, and he proceeded to dig in his backpack, and he had a little knife, a pocket knife, and
That wasn't opened all the way.
he
Less
said
than 4 inches.
right, less than 4 inches is exactly what it said. And he began to stab the boy, protecting himself. And in Texas, it is legal. It's not like it was illegal for him to have it or anything like that. Completely legal with their self defense laws in Texas, right? Y'all following me, right? So, and then runs off and he goes to one of the coaches on the field. I'm assuming probably telling them what happened. They also have footage of like people that have footage of what went on that day. And then you guys end up taking it to trial. He ends up losing the trial. You sentence him 35 years, but you guys have all this other stuff going on in the world, and these people are getting 10 years. These people aren't getting any crime at all. like the Asian man and the little boy Cyrus, you know, like he blatantly killed the little boy thinking that he stole some water, the 14-year-old boy. Regardless of what. That's an innocent kid. That's somebody's kid. And even if somebody was in there stealing water, thing you do is go get your gun. No, it's just so much in the world that we tend to not really pay attention to when it's not our close family members. But this is serious. 35 years for self defense? That just doesn't make sense to me. You guys would have been better off giving him manslaughter. He was literally defending himself. I feel some type of
Yeah.
way because I have black sons. I have two black sons. One of my sons is in high school. And of course, track meets and stuff like that go on. So I be damned. And then you have so many people on the internet and different people. I have people that I know that's made comments, oh, this is not race. Da, 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 da. This is definitely race. I don't care how nobody wants to put it. This is definitely a race issue. This is a race issue because that is a black man, a black young man that was defending himself against a white boy. And if it was vice versa, if roles were reversed, it'll be a different outcome. Like a total different outcome. Like it doesn't make any sense to me. I did research these past few days. Like I've just been on it, and it just doesn't make sense. Like the world that we live in, no, the judicial system, they didn't screwed us over, especially our black people. They didn't screwed us over. And then they're making up lies, talking about the parents went and used the GoFundMe to buy a house and this and this and that. It's like now you guys just making false allegations. Y'all don't know what these people then went and did or bought or whatever, trying to make it seem like, oh, black people are not responsible or they're not trustworthy or whatever it is. Like that's not the case. That's not the case. And that's exactly why we have people like Cardi B, Charleston White, people that's ready and willing. They got the money. They like, let's get this boy a lawyer. Let's turn this around. Let's get an appeal going. Because this ain't right. This is absolutely not right. Like I feel like once an appeal is done, I feel like they should appeal it and also put in a motion for a different judge. Don't get the same judge and fight for your rights. Like fight for what you believe. You know that he didn't deserve 35 years, so fight for it.
So first of all, he was a young kid at the time, you know, a young man
17. Mm-hmm.
who was a who had a good head on his shoulders. He wasn't out there gang banging. He wasn't out there, you know, being reckless as you know other people was. But he was gonna be very successful. He was a football player.
He
He
was.
got offered numerous of colleges. You know, like he was on the right path, and they knew that, and that's why they did what they did to him. Mind you,
Mm-hmm.
he had 12 white jurors
Yep. None of them
in
black.
Texas.
None of them black.
There was three black women jurors, right? They basically wiped them off and was like, no, you guys, you know, you
Yeah,
can't
because they
because you
have their
guys
own
are.
jury selection.
So they said that they were educators, the women were educators, and they did not want them, they didn't want no educators to be on a jury. So they took them off. And then come to find out, one of the white jurors was an educator in like cosmetology school or something like that. So it was like that's super biased. And they, you know, that would be a good appeal. Um,
For
and
sure.
and also he was definitely invited over there. They were definitely trying to jump him. They were bigger than him. What was he supposed to do?
Right.
Just get hurt? No,
I
not
feel
at
like
all.
he did what he was supposed to do. And it's fucked up because in this world, we that's what we teach our kids, right? We teach our
Hmm.
kids somebody's messing with you, you defend yourself. Somebody put their hands on you, you put your hands on them. But for the most part, if he was by himself, just imagine how he felt. Got these people standing around him. It's one of me and it's y'all. You know what I mean? It's one of
Hmm.
me and it's y'all. Oh, I gotta make sure I protect myself. Yeah, I'm gonna go in my backpack. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Cause I'm in fear for my life.
And like he said, touch me and see what happens. Don't put your hands on nobody. What did you push him for? What was the reason? Because you guys
Right.
didn't want him sitting right there? This don't got nobody's
Exactly.
name on it.
Exactly. Just like
It
everyone
don't
keeps
got.
saying, they keep saying, "Oh, he could have walked away. He could have went and told somebody. He
No,
could
they
have
could
did
have
this."
left him the fuck
They didn't
alone.
have to say nothing to him either.
They could have left him alone.
Especially if it was raining or it was rainstorms or whatever was going on. I have a son. My son, he's 12. He's in football. So a lot of times we're out there on the, on the field, or we're in the seats or whatever. Um, we
Bleachers.
the bleachers, and we have our little canopies or whatever. There's so many kids and people that we don't even be knowing, and they come and sit under the canopy because it be hot or whatever it is. But I don't ever, oh, because it's a Mexican kid or it's a white kid or it's an Asian kid, you can't come in here, or because y'all we're not on the same team, you can't come sit over here.
That's
Like,
just being
they was
plain old
already
cruel.
being faulty with him. You guys were already being faulty from the start. They said it was
Hmm.
raining, it was storming, or whatever was going on. The rainstorm started coming down. So he's probably trying to go to cover. Let me get under here, or whatever. If that was the case, if somebody didn't invite him, like, oh, they're saying he wasn't invited, whatever.
Regardless
Even
if
if,
he was invited or not, leave people alone.
right.
Just leave
Exactly.
people alone.
Exactly. Exactly.
And I
Exactly.
do want to touch bases on this because in 2022 in Texas, Kason Allison, a white boy,
Yep.
he's so
He was
same
sentenced 10
same same
years.
incident,
Yep,
same
he was.
incident, right?
I seen that. I looked that up
But
too. 10
a little bit
years.
worse. But a little bit worse. He stabbed a classmate to death in a school bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
He confessed. He was on video. He ran
Yep.
from the scene.
Yep. And got off 10
He
years.
at home. He at home.
Yep.
You
Got
know what I
off
mean?
10 years.
But Carmelo, just a little pokey poke, and he got 35 years.
It's just
And then
crazy.
there's video footage surround out, circling around. But why they didn't bring that up in court?
Right.
If any, why not? Because it was going to help his case.
Yep. Of
It was
course.
so. Of course, they're not going to put it out there. Black men need to stay out of the court system. Black people, period, because they are trying to fuck us. Period. Point blank.
Let me read the comments real fast before they get too many. This is sad, and there is a bigger picture here. Our history is they start with our men. That is so true. A boy had the same thing happen and got off with the charges. A white boy at that. Yeah, it happens. The world we live in. The first thing he did was ask if the deceased was going to be okay. I did read that. I did watch videos of that. That he asked when officers and paramedics or whatever arrived. He did ask if he was going to be okay, which showed some type of
Compassion.
compassion and concern. Exactly. It's
It
not
was
back in the
not
day where seats
intentional.
are colored white. It's a free country. Let's say judge didn't allow the video evidence. They want us in chains. Yeah, they do. It's sad. It's sad that we have to even be a part of it and witness that. But it's the truth. Like, some people, and I'm just gonna call them some people. I don't want to get on here and but some people rather us, black, brown people be behind bars. Like that's really what they want for us. Some of them don't want to see us do good. You know, us black brown people, we got small businesses, we got things going for ourselves, and they do not want to see nothing good for us. You
Not at
can be in
all.
a car riding around, especially in like what's considered a bad neighborhood for us in San Diego. You can be riding in the car, and just because you have a male figure in the car, they might decide that they just want to pull you over and mess with you for no reason. They'll pull you over and you're asking, okay, what am I being put over for? You might get a lie. Oh, you forgot to turn your blinker on. Your backlight was out. Like they'll literally lie and do whatever just
You
to
fit the description.
right, just to get up under you. Just to get up under you. Like they really want to ruin us, and we have to show them that we are better than that. We have to show them that we are going to stand up and fight for our rights. Like no. No. It's not modern day slavery. We're not no. We're not letting none of that pass.
And it's
So,
really sad when
his
you have
parents need
black
to fight.
sons, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like not knowing what they gonna go through, how they gonna grow up. You know what I mean? Like your son can go to jail for something real petty, and he could be in the wrong state where
Yeah.
they just don't like us. They don't like us nowhere, but where they really don't like us, and
Hmm.
he'll get the harshest sentence for something so small, similar to Carmelo. They could have gave him 5 years, right? They could have gave him between 5 and 99 years, I believe, and
Hmm.
he could have got manslaughter. They asked for manslaughter. The defense asked for manslaughter, and they said no, no,
Yeah, they
no.
rather just imagine they rather do us in for real, for real. They rather do us
10 years
in.
would have still been a lot for him and for his sentence. Yes,
It would have been, but I feel like that would have been enough.
Metcalf died.
Right,
Just pray for the family, right? But also, this young man, young black man, his life is over too.
right,
His life is over too. By the time he get out, if they don't give him parole, he gonna get out at 54 years old. What the fuck he gonna do at 54?
right,
Nothing.
right,
Nothing.
right.
Nothing.
Ain't nothing for him to do. But I mean, sure, you almost senior citizen, 54. You almost, like
He's gonna
I.
be institutionalized. It's just over for him. So it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, I believe the mom was saying something like something along the lines of, you're lucky, you still have your life or whatever the case may have been. But honestly, he's not lucky. That's not luck. He's not lucky. He's gonna lose his life too. You know
They
what I mean? So
they both lost their life, honestly, because I
exactly.
mean, life. Just think, 35 years in a prison cell.
But
That that's not
it was
that's not
it.
life. There's no happiness in that.
Mm-hmm. It's not. I
It's
mean, for me,
not. We're not.
I
I'm
would.
not speaking to answer in the comments. I'm not speaking negative on his life, but I'm just saying, if you're 50, 54, and you're coming out of prison, 9 times out of 10, I mean, what if he wanted kids? Do you think he really wants to have kids at 54? Starting over at 54, having kids, trying to figure out life. He left as a young boy. You're coming out at 54, you have to figure out your life, figure out how life even goes because you've been locked in a cage for 35 years. So it's not that we're speaking negative on his life, because that's not the case. I'm definitely here to support him, you know. But just imagine, he's 19, sentenced 35 years to life. You committed a crime when you were 17 in self defense, trying to defend yourself. Now facing the consequences, you got to get out 54, 55 to a whole new world. When you went in, you weren't used to paying bills or having a house, rent, whatever, whatever. You didn't learn none of those things because you were literally a child when you left. So it's not that I'm speaking negative on anyone's life, because I definitely want them to prosper. And I'm hoping that they file that appeal and he can appeal this. That's what I'm hoping for. Let's turn this 35 into 13. Let's turn this 35 into 10. You know what I mean? Let's do an 8 to 10. Let's do manslaughter or something, like, because it's just not not fair. Yeah, and like I
But
said, our rest in peace to Metcalf. You know what I mean? Like I said, I do feel for the parents too, because I am a parent too. Of course, nobody wants to lose nobody, but at the same time, both of them could have made better decisions, but they didn't. And at the same time, those boys shouldn't have even put their hands on him. He told you, if you put it, don't put your hands on me, and you put your hands on him. Not
but
saying that this is what anybody gets or
let's talk
whatever,
about the
but
celebrities though. That is, you know, like, okay, Cardi B offered 5 million for a lawyer. Okay,
mhm.
where the fuck the Kardashians at?
And Charleston White 75K.
Oh, Charleston White, I didn't see that. I didn't see
Mhm.
that.
He said he's
But
trying to get to 1 million, but he said he'll put up 75K.
okay. See, we got them supporters, but it's just like, why aren't more black celebrities speaking? Why aren't more, you know what I mean? Like, where are they at? Why y'all not showing up for us? You guys, I feel like a lot of black celebrities show up for the wrong things.
Mhm.
But it's just like, this is something you supposed to be showing up for, and where is y'all at? We looking for you. We
Mhm.
looking. We don't see y'all. We don't
With a
see y'all.
flashlight.
Exactly.
With a flashlight, okay? With a
And then let's
flashlight.
talk about how they made their decisions so fast, right? They, girl,
Made their decision fast. They just sent the boy off to prison. I've never seen
the
nobody get
liberation.
I've never seen nobody go from a jail to a prison within the same
So let's
day.
talk about it. The liberation started at 10:54 a.m. This is a murder case we're talking about.
Mhm.
The verdict came at 1:45 p.m. That is less than
Less
three
than three
hours.
hours.
Less than, so you're telling me that y'all spent less than 3 hours for someone's life? He's gonna spend a long time in there. Less than three. That's just, to me, it don't seem fair if you ask
I
me.
didn't even see that. So you did a little more research than me. 10:54.
10:54 a.m. and the verdict was
Wow.
announced at 1:45 p.m.
That's
That
crazy.
that's fast for a murder case.
That
That means
is.
everybody went in there and said no, 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 no. All 12 of them. They
Mhm.
didn't even have to have a discussion about it.
Right.
I mean, they really didn't, because they already had their mind made up
They
before
I
they
was
even
just
got
gonna
in
say
that room.
they had their mind made up. You forget who we was dealing with.
hmm They had their mind made
It's
up.
just sad how they really have, our brown culture. They have us, well, they think they do. The judicial system think they have us, like, by the hands. You know what I mean? Like,
hmm
they just really think that we're not intelligent people. We got a lot of intelligent black people. I just it upsets me so bad that his attorney, you know, failed him. You know what I mean? Like,
Didn't he have a public defender?
yeah.
That's why.
Mhm.
He was on their side from the beginning.
Right.
He was. They not here for us.
Right.
They not.
Yeah. Somebody, don't forget the comments. I was just about to read the comments. I seen somebody was writing some crazy stuff. Um,
It goes all the way up to
After why I left off on It's a Free Country, okay, judge didn't allow the video evidence. I read that one. They wanted to change. Sorry, but it has never been a free country for us. It hasn't. It hasn't. Absolutely not.
never,
But
never.
today in this age, oh, I'm fighting for all my rights.
They don't even
Our
want us to have Juneteenth on the calendar.
right, and half of these jobs won't even pay us for Juneteenth. Our ancestors fought so hard and died for fighting, but the system is meant to break us if we fail it. Very true. If the judge didn't allow the video evidence, then they need to file their appeal immediately. They sure do. I agree.
And they will. Will.
I wanted to message the parents, but I'm like, they probably got a bunch of messages. Hopefully they're on it. I'm sure somebody else told them.
Of course they own it. They're gonna keep fighting for their son.
And it's
justice
sad, but
for
the DA and the
Karmelo.
judge, everyone, all parties with the boy, and it's sad, but the DA and judge and everyone, all parties with this boy's parents, our elders dropped the ball and never kept it real. True. We need to teach our kids about us. We definitely do. I be saying this all the time. I have to teach my kids, which I do. I talk to them a lot about it. But we have to educate our kids. All it takes is money and power. No one wins. Each parent lost a life. Very true. He ain't getting no fucking parole. Let's not speak negatively on his life. People do time and still come out on top. Very true. I have family members that have done time and, turned themselves around. Free Karmelo, Austin, Metcalf. In this world, they worried about reputation and not worried about the facts. Do you vote? The appeal is already being processed. Well, that's great. And for whoever is asking, I used to vote. I used to vote until about a couple years ago when I felt like my vote meant nothing. So I don't really vote anymore. I feel like, and it can just be my theory that I have, but I feel like those votes, I feel like they already know who they're picking. I feel like we live in a white man's world. They know exactly who's gonna be voted for this or that. Like it's all set out. It's all set out. Vote for what? I used to be the one like, hey, don't forget to vote. Go cast your vote. Da, 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 da. You know what I mean? Like, got a job to be to do polls and everything. That crap is whack. Okay. If a vote don't mean anything, why they cheat so bad? But yes, it's your choice. I don't know what you mean by that. If a vote
Like, why do
doesn't
they be
mean,
cheating on the ballots and stuff?
I feel like that's all a mind thing. When they say, "Oh, such and such cheated," so you're telling me they're basically telling us what they're doing. Oh, what's the name? Cheated on the ballot. Cheated on a ballot, but you're basically telling me this person is gonna win because they cheated. You know what I mean? Like, it was already set in you guys' head that this person was winning. So instead, you guys say, "Oh, such and such cheated the votes," trying to make America happy by saying they cheated instead of telling us the real when we know that this person was going to get voted. You know what I mean? So I don't know. The world that we live in, like I said, it's unfair, but we didn't choose to be here, so it is what it is. But no, I used to vote. I do not vote, and I feel like votes are not really meant for people like me.
So I did want to ask a question. Well, not really a question, but I want to touch bases on this. The fact that they didn't, I think the brother's name is Hunter. The fact that they didn't bring Hunter on the stand and he was there, the brother, I believe, died in his arms.
Interesting, huh?
Why wasn't he on the stand? So I I do want to read this real quick because Hunter had two separate interviews, and um, the the statements didn't match, right? So on April 2nd, he had an interview. Hunter stated that we asked Karmelo to move, right? On April 3rd, he says Hunter says he was the first to approach Karmelo, not Austin. Hunter then stepped up and tried to handle the problem. Hunter also says he grabbed the bag. It's unclear who he was, you know what I mean? But he also described his brother as not being aggressive. And then at trial, they had multiple witnesses testify that Hunter was not involved. Mind you, Hunter already said he was involved. So then they went on that stand and lied and said Hunter was not involved or part of the confrontation. One witness asked directly, and the answer was flat out no. And then the defense witness from Metcalf School made it clear that he didn't want to testify or whatever, but he did say that Karmelo Anthony was called over to the tent by someone he knew. He did not just pop up. Then if you guys had all this information, don't you think Hunter should have been on the stand? They knew that was going to ruin everything. That was going to blow the whole case.
For sure.
And Karmelo wasn't going to get that 35 that they were talking
certain
about.
evidence and videos, I was told they didn't share those either.
Right. Exactly. That's just what they do to us black people.
Definitely hiding something. Definitely covering up.
It's sad. It's sad. And I mean, I feel for, Austin's family. I'm sure they're grieving and whatever the case may be.
For sure.
But I also strongly feel for Karmelo and his family. That's tragic. Your 17-year-old son is going to jail, or this didn't happen, and then 2 years later, 14 months, however long they said it was, now he's 19 and he's gone.
Right.
For however long that may be. It's just sad. And, I just hope that me, myself, and others teach their kids about, the unjust system, racism,
For sure.
and you know what I mean? Like, it's just sad. It's just a sad story. It really is.
Comments real fast. Oops, tell your children the truth. Cover-ups. Whoever that defense attorney is needs to secure whatever video footage there is before it's destroyed. Definitely. You know how people do with evidence.
But yeah, free Karmelo. We here for you as much as we could be.
Right.
But I do want to bring up, since we on these topic of racism and injustice situations, so I have a situation with my daughter who is 5 years old. She goes to a predominantly white school, and we live in a predominantly white area. And I'm gonna give you guys a little backstory, a little bit, and then we could talk about it. So I was called in by the principal that a teacher at my daughter's school was mistreating her, wasn't allowing her to have, was denying her lunch on multiple occasions, was denying her the restroom on multiple occasions, and she was peeing on herself. Mind you, been potty trained since she was about 2. So when she was having accidents, I was confused. She also was just saying like degrading things and like unkind things to her. Like at this time she was 4. So it's just like, what's wrong with you? Then she physically harmed her by snatching some bracelets off of her, holding her arm down, didn't let her get up. You know what I mean? Like just things like that. And, you know, she is one of 2 black kids in the classroom. So of course, the other teacher that reported it stated that it was racial discrimination. And once I heard it, I already knew what it was. I already knew it was racial discrimination. And they did their investigation, a 60-day investigation. Mind you, they could have finished it before, but they waited the whole 60 days. They removed the teacher from the school, just the school. They sustained everything that she was accused of, right? Except for racial discrimination.
Ain't that something?
Right. But the person that reported it clearly said it was racial discrimination about 15, 20 times in her report, in her one report. Yet they didn't deem it as racial discrimination. Now I'm not going to say the lady's name because I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. As much as I want to do it, but we're gonna leave that.
If you need her name, DM me. It's like,
Hey, but we're gonna leave that alone, the name thing alone. But I just feel like my bad, I got thrown off guard. Um yeah, so they didn't deem it as racial discrimination, right? Then I find out later on that the the report was even deeper than what they had originally told me. And that it was deeper into racial discrimination. And then when they gave me the report, I got a lawyer, whatever, right? They, of course, the lawyers see things that you don't see, right? They told us, so they gave us the results, the appeal, they told us we have 15 days to appeal. That's a lie. We got 30. Already lying, already fucking up. And then they was supposed to give me every findings, every piece of paperwork that even the rough drafts, they were supposed to give that to me. They did not. They left things out. They didn't tell me certain things. Then the teacher that reported it, she had her own, problems with the teacher, who was saying, racial things to her. The teacher's aide that reported it, she has a mixed race child. She was telling her things like, you only care about these black kids because you got a mixed race child. Like, what? No, I care about these kids because I'm a teacher and I'm at school and all these kids are supposed to be treated equal. That's why I care about these kids.
right. I got
Like,
credentials to care for kids that no matter what color they are.
Exactly. If you don't want to be around a certain race of children, you need to go to where there's only your race there. You need to go to a private school where it's only white kid, whatever color you looking for. That's where you need to be. You know what I mean? But for her, so let me finish. So then, you know what I mean? The district ends up splitting up the complaint into 2. Why they do that? They did that so that they wouldn't be able to deem it as racial discrimination. They split up what is the word I'm trying to use? They split up the complaints or whatever for that reason. They knew what they were doing. And if you ask me, they racist from the top down, from the top person down to the lowest person. I don't care what nobody's saying. But and that's another thing. Like, they made it seem like it was justice for my daughter, they made it seem like they obviously underestimated me. Like, oh yeah, she's just a young, probably young, dumb black mom. You know what I mean? She don't know. She's not gonna know. She'll be satisfied with this. No, 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 not with mine. So it's just like the fact that, I just feel like that's another unjust situation. But I'm gonna get justice for mine. I don't care. And I'll keep going, and whether it's 10 years, 5 years down the line, she will get justice. So I just wanna say, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's everywhere. It's everywhere. You would think that you're safe because, oh, you in California. No, it's everywhere.
Yeah.
It's everywhere.
I feel like that's a sad situation. Of course, I do know about the situation, of course. And like I've already told you from jump, like there's no way that that's not no kind of racial or whatever, however they want to put it. It's no way. For the simple fact that the person that made the complaint said that there was racial slurs or comments being made and other non-racial comments that were being made, like there's no way. I feel like more should have been done, of course, but it is good that you're taking matters into your own hands to
Absolutely.
to get it taken care of. I also feel like in certain schools, I feel like at a certain age, I feel like for kids that are younger, I feel like they probably should start putting cameras in the classrooms for certain kids. There's so much that goes on around the world that, I've been seeing lately, like, oh, the child with autism, he was beat by the teacher or whatever, or the teacher's been
Crazy.
abusing, like just crazy stuff. I feel like if the child is not in like second or third grade where they can like come straight home and tell you exactly what happened at school, who did what, who said this, how it happened, there should probably be cameras in those classrooms because I feel like these teachers, they get credentials to provide and care and teach our children. And half of them or some of them don't, they don't take their
Don't
job.
belong there.
Yeah, they don't take their jobs, serious enough. Like, and it's like, I feel like for that lady in particular, which I know that she have credentials to be special ed and everything else. So if you have credentials for special ed, you should know
You know
exactly what to do.
better.
You should know exactly what to do when you're in a general education classroom with kids that can possibly go home and tell their parents what you're doing to them.
So what makes it worse is her excuse was she was burnt out from my daughter's behavior.
How?
There are like 20 other kids
You're
in the
trained
class.
you're trained to deal with however amount of kids. You're trained to do this. You know what I mean? You have certain credentials to get up every day and go teach children. So there's no
Mm-hmm.
way if you don't have the mental capacity to deal with children, you shouldn't be there. There's no way one kid made you feel that way where you just felt like you couldn't or you was frustrated or whatever. Even if you was
Mm-hmm.
frustrated with the child, you don't take it out
Take
on
a
the
break.
you
Take
don't
a
take it out on
break.
the child. I mean, don't they teach you don't bring your stuff from home to work or you don't bring stress, like you don't do that. But the fact that you were picking on this child.
Since first semester. Since first semester to last semester. That's
I
the
feel
crazy
like
part.
that's something to probably petition for. Like they need cameras in these classrooms with video and audio. If the child is not in like third grade where they can completely, I feel like general ed and special ed from the moment y'all from preschool up until first, second grade, they need cameras in the classrooms. It's
It's
just so
something
much
that
going
I
on in the
definitely
world.
want to make public. I want everybody to know. I mean, everybody. So if any of y'all on here know certain type of people that could make this public, let me know. DM us. Let us know. Because it's not right. Not only because it was my child, to any child. I don't care what color they is. But especially to us. Yeah, no. It's just like she's a small kid. She's not a bad kid. Even if she was, that's not your place to treat her like that. You know what I mean? So I just feel like everybody needs to know what she's doing and how she's, and then what makes it so bad is the way they try to word it, like, oh, she'll never be around your kid again.
What about other kids?
What about other kids? So y'all telling me
The
y'all not
next
firing
victim?
her?
Right.
I read in between lines. Y'all telling me y'all fired her. You didn't fire her. You let her go from this school, but you put her in another one. That's what that is. Does
Does
your
your
child
child?
have an IEP?
No.
No. No, not at all. Maybe we should read the comments.
Yeah.
Um.
Go to the board
Okay.
and file a grievance. Let's go back up. Let's see.
It says you
Um,
ain't caught a case yet. No.
Trying
I'm
to stay
trying
the
to do
same,
everything. I
especially
am
when you're a
trying to do
single
everything the
parent.
right way. I am trying to do everything the right way because, I could resort to, other things, but I feel like my daughter won't get justice like that. She's gonna get justice in a different in the correct way. Like, it's my duty to do that for her as a parent. Like, I might be angry. I am angry. I'm angry. I'm sad. I'm mad. I'm for whatever. But I have to do it the right way for her. Like, it don't matter what I want to do. It just everything that she's got coming is gonna come to her. Karma's a bitch. Let's see. They don't want to be held liable straight up. They don't. They don't, and that's why they doing all that. Yeah, I seen that. They probably had existing reports on that teacher from other incidents to other parents. Um, you said it. Agreed. I feel like they. I feel like they get these positions just to be monsters. Absolutely. I have seen it firsthand, and I'm not with it. Immediately suspended and fired, and charges were pressed. Oh, charges were definitely pressed. But living where I live, that don't mean that nothing was done. Go to the board and file a grievance. Ben did that. I would file a grievance with the board or district and put it on file. Then possibly seek legal counsel. I'm ahead of all y'all 10 steps.
Well, that's
But
a good
thank you,
thing.
everyone. Right. Thank you, everyone, for your input and your advice and suggestions. Yeah, it's been hard, but that's what I'm saying. It's a lot of racial shit going on. I watched this documentary before, and it was really good. I don't really remember what it was called. I wish I did so I could tell you guys to go watch it. But it was about some families in Fallbrook. Mind you, Fallbrook is close to where I am. So it was about some families in Fallbrook and how they was bringing up their kids to be like white supremacists. And it's sad because, you know what I mean? Like, my daughter plays sports where we live. She goes to school where we live. We might go to a park where we live. You know what I mean? And Fallbrook is right there. So it's just like, we might run into these kids and these parents are teaching their kids to not like nobody but them. So it's just like it's really sad. I wish I remember what it was called, but it was really good. It was on YouTube, and I just feel like racism is definitely a taught behavior. You learn that in your household. You don't learn that when you go to school. You learn that at home, and then you bring it to school, and then you bring it to your life, and then you just become that. your parents see
Mhm.
to that. So it, like you really gotta watch your kids and watch your kids with other kids.
It's definitely how you're brought up.
Mm-hmm.
Racist. That's it starts within.
Exactly.
Try to settle with you before it becomes public. Oh, of course they're gonna do that.
Oh, I'm not settling. If y'all offer me 100,000, y'all gonna give me 100 million. You feel me? Yeah, take a sip to that one.
Yeah, it's just
But
the crazy world we live in.
yeah, absolutely. Does anybody have any questions for us? This was kind of a short episode, but we do what we can. We just really needed to touch bases on these topics because they're very concerning. They're very urgent. They're very it affects all of us.
And the need to know. This is need to know basis. You know.
Yeah, I usually don't follow a lot of stories that's not in California, which I probably should. Um, but this one it kind of hit a little different. So I do feel like it was very well needed.
Yeah,
You
that one
know,
and the boy, the Cyrus boy, the 14-year-old boy that was in the store and in the Asian with the Asian people.
Black
Um,
current events is a must. Absolutely.
the 14-year-old boy was in the store. It looked like he grabbed the four waters, but video surveillance showed he put all four waters back. He
You can
then,
see it. He literally went whoop,
yeah,
whoop,
he put
whoop,
them back,
whoop.
and then they're still fucking with him while he's walking out the store. He shakes his sweater out, like shaking it out. Like, I don't have nothing. Walks
And
out
if
the
you put a
store.
water in your pocket, you know that motherfucker heavy.
Right. You still follow him out the store. Then it takes two, three of you guys to follow him out the store. Then you shoot him from behind. That's just insane.
It was unnecessary. Even if he did steal the water,
To shoot him is crazy.
to shoot him is crazy. Call the police like everybody else do. Give him the water.
Right.
And it's just like I don't know. That I gotta do some more research on that one because I did not research on that one. So I don't want to say anything that is incorrect or wrong. But that
Well,
was
they was wrong. They was
yeah,
wrong. They was wrong.
they were.
I believe, like the lady in the comments is saying, the son did that. The daddy couldn't run that fast. You know what I mean? And even in the court, when they
Didn't he
asked
get
him,
let off though?
yeah, they asked the son because it was the father, the owner of the store, and his son and the wife. When they was asking the son, because the father and son ran out or whatever after the boy, when they were asking the son, which way did he run? Was he running towards you? He said no. Was he running away from you? He couldn't say if he was running away from him. You know for a fact he was running away from you, and you know that you're fucking guilty too. His back was turned, and you shot him. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's just fucked up. A 14-year-old boy, I can't
Do you know
imagine.
what state that was in?
I have a 14-year-old son, so I say it
Do you
again.
know what state that was in?
It was in. It was in. Was it Florida? I gotta. It was in. I didn't write it down.
Okay. It says, mind you, this is the third time they shot at someone. This time they took a life.
Yep.
I did see that. That part
Yep.
I did see. I think they had shot up a car or something like
Hmm.
that. Yeah, I did see that. So it's like y'all
Yeah.
steadily keep shooting at people, and you just got away with it.
Right. Right.
And now y'all mad that people protested against Asian um businesses.
Right.
Crazy. Some things just don't make sense to me, honestly. Absolutely, and they won't, and they won't, and they not, and you know, they. I guess it's not for it's not to make sense to us. It ain't supposed to make sense to us. It makes sense to them, and that's all they care about.
Mm-hmm.
And it sucks. It sucks.
Yep. It's effed up, but it's the world we live in. And these people just getting off like it ain't nothing. Just killing our young kids and just
But you
getting off.
exactly unjust, right? Let us black motherfuckers have a store. We thought somebody was stealing. We went on and shot him in the back. You That's the worst thing you could do is shoot somebody in the back. You could have caught up to him and shot him in face forward if you was gonna do that.
But to let him off is even crazier.
Right. But let us do the same exact thing. Oh, we get 55 to
Exactly.
life.
Especially over some
50,
water.
55 to life.
Over some water. Y'all could have let him have the
Water
water.
is free at McDonald's. So
Y'all could have let
I'm
him
trying to
have the
figure it
water.
out. It's yeah, crazy. Hmm.
Very sad.
But yeah, I feel like today
Today was different for us. We
it
wanted
was
to touch
different, but it was
topics on
good.
shit that's going on in the world.
Yes, exactly. I do want to say I appreciate all of our followers, especially the ones that's on here every week. Teddy B, whoop whoop. Um,
Right.
but
He be on here
yeah,
faithfully.
yeah, he is a very big support. Follow us on IG. Promise to tell the truth underscore. Follow us. Subscribe to us on YouTube. All of the episodes are on
For
YouTube.
sure on YouTube, y'all. Y'all can go watch anything that we've put on here. Anything that you miss is on YouTube.
Run it up, run it up, run it up. Promise to tell the truth podcast, all one word on YouTube. You'll see our logo, the white background with the gold star, and it'll say our name on there. Share it, like it, follow, all that.
Yeah.
We got some great news coming up real soon, but we're not gonna share it right now. But just stay tuned.
Please stay
Um,
tuned. Keep watching. We
Stay
got some good stuff
tuned.
coming.
Yeah, and we will have another giveaway. She forgot the underscore after the truth, but yeah.
Did I?
Yeah, you did. But yeah, stay tuned. We got some great things coming. You know, doors is opening for us as they should. Is there anything else I forgot?
Um, Another raffle giveaway coming. Again next month or closer to the end of the month. Um, we'll let you guys know the exact date for the next raffle. We're gonna try to do it a little different this time. So make sure you guys are tapped in with us. We also wanted to play a little game with y'all or something. So, you know, let's get our followers up so we can have a little fun on here.
Yeah. Don't forget to answer the polls on Instagram. I try to put a poll on there every morning. You guys could also give us DM us some questions for the if you guys want us to put some
Wait,
questions for the poll. What?
someone said they didn't see their name in the spin the wheel.
Your name was on there.
It's whatever your Instagram name is.
Yeah. Yeah, it was on there for sure. I can't forget you now. Um, so what was I saying? Okay, so yeah, if you have any questions for that you want us to put on the poll, we will definitely do that. Just DM us. Answer the poll. We want to hear y'all opinions on stuff. You know, y'all be cracking me up, I ain't gonna lie. But I want to hear what how y'all feel about it.
I feel like we
Um,
have a lot of supporters on here on TikTok, but I feel like when it comes to the Instagram polls and stuff like that, half of y'all be answering the polls, half of y'all be commenting, half of you guys be sharing y'all opinions. And I feel like y'all be acting shy now. Y'all need to
mhm.
comment how you really feel. We ain't gonna take it personal. Comment how you really feel. Give us some feedback. Give us some topics. Answer those polls. We ain't gonna tell nobody
Send
what
y'all
you answered on the polls.
anonymous confessions. We're not gonna say your name, but we do want to hear y'all little stories, y'all confessions. And then we'll talk about it on the podcast. Or we might even talk about it on Instagram. On a reel. But yeah, like, you know what I mean? We are gonna be doing some other different things. But yeah, we'll let you guys know everything we got going on. And if there's nothing else, I'm good. If you're good,
Until next time, folks.
promise to tell the truth, y'all. Have a good night.